This is Science in the News in VOA Special English. I'm Faith Lapidus.
And I'm Bob Doty. Today, we tell how cooling the brain may help people who have trouble going to sleep. We also tell about 2 endangered animals that are in danger of disappearing forever.
Are you having a problem going to sleep? Try drinking a glass of warm milk. If that does not work, listen to some soft, beautiful music. Still no luck? Try thinking about sheep jumping over a fence. Count them to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 195, 190. It is late at night and you are still awake. Should you take a sleeping pill? People who take pills often come to depend on the drugs. So you lie awake, knowing that the new workday will soon arrive. If this happens to you for at least 1 month, you may have primary insomnia. There are millions of us, around the world.
A new study has found that you might fall asleep quicker and stay asleep longer if you try cerebral hypothermia. No, cerebral hypothermia is not a complex medical process. It just means cooling down your brain. Eric Nofziger and Daniel Busey of the University of Pittsburgh Medical School led the study. They examined 12 people who had insomnia. 12 others had no sleep problems. Each of them wore a soft plastic cap on their heads at bedtime. The caps had tubes inside filled with water. The researchers moved the water through the tubes and then changed the temperature of the water. Other studies showed that people who had trouble
Was dropped to about 10,000.
sleeping often had more chemical reactions in the front of their brains. The researchers thought lowering the temperature of the brain might help.
The first 2 nights of testing, the patients wore no water caps. During the next 2 nights, the caps were worn, but the water was not cooled. Then the researchers cooled the water a little for 2 nights. On the final 2 nights of the study, the temperature of the water was made much cooler. The researchers found that the water caps did not help the insomnia patients until the temperature was about 14 degrees Celsius. Most of the patients fell asleep faster and slept better when the coolest water was moving around their heads. Dr. Nofziger and Dr. Busey noted that this is only the beginning of the brain temperature study, but they believe they have discovered something important that needs more research. They presented their test results in June at a meeting of the Associated Professional Sleep Societies in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Scientists completed a census in Nepal recently. This population study, however, did not count people. Instead, biologists and other people counted the number of greater one-horned rhinoceros in the Himalayan nation. The greater one-horned rhinoceros is in danger of disappearing. In general, the animals live only in protected areas of Nepal and India. India has most of them. The population study showed that 534 one-horned rhinos now live in Nepal. That is an increase of 99 rhinos since 2008. 503 of the animals were observed in Chitwan National Park. 31 others live in another national park and a wildlife area. The census marks the first time that more than 500 rhinos were seen in Nepal since the nation's civil war. Animal traders killed many rhinos during that conflict, fought from 1996 to 2006.
Rhinoceros horns are valued in Asian medicines. They are also popular in some Middle Eastern and Asian cultures. The horns have a beautiful shining quality after carved and made smooth. They are sometimes seen on daggers, short, pointed knives, and in objects like ceremonial cups. Illegal rhino hunting was a big reason that only 100 of the animals lived in the Chitwan Valley in 1966. Over the years, the Nepali rhino population has increased and decreased, but life became more secure for the animals in 1973. At that time, Nepal established the Chitwan National Park, first called Royal Chitwan National Park. It was the first wildlife area of its kind in the nation. Nepal opened it to save the one-horned rhinoceros. Officials have taken strong steps to protect this huge grassland and forest animal. People caught killing rhinos are sentenced to prison. Continuing efforts like the census support the population.
During the recent